Hi guys, I have been uploading a video series in the title, Settings Which Makes You Pro. In this series today we will look about over-the-shoulder aim in BGMI, PUBG. This is one of the few features which many players just ignore without paying attention. The reason is many players think the only use of this feature is increasing the firing accuracy in third-person view itself by sacrificing movement speed. Due to slow movements, this feature will be useless in close-range situations when jiggle is needed. And even if you try to jiggle with shoulder aim, accuracy will be as same as hip firing because shoulder aim only increases accuracy when you are standing still. So it is better to use jiggle and hip fire with laser sight attachment in close range. In mid-range fights also players prefer ADSing rather than shoulder aim because of the movement speed, while we ADS and shoulder aim is same but accuracy of ADSing is on point even if you move. But in shoulder aim accuracy is total joke if you move. So it's no wonder many players ignore this feature, but the real use of over-the-shoulder aim is not for short range or mid-range. Its real use is totally for different situation. No, not for pushing narrow paths or staircases. You can use FPP swap for that without compromising movement speed. The real use of shoulder aim is its FOV and third-person camera placement. Look how in TPP your character blocks a large portion of your surroundings, while in shoulder aim the amount of surroundings your character blocked is very less because the camera is placed on your shoulder. This is like you brought your head to the right side shoulder in a straight line you are holding your rifle. Due to this shoulder camera placement you can hold the precise angle when you are behind any cover while maintaining your radical close to target, and also you can see enemy a lot before he can see you due to increased FOV. You can easily do all of this while holding an angle like king. Look at this example. This is the best angle I can hold. If I move left the cover blocks my bullet, and if I move right I will overexpose myself like my torso and head. This characteristics of shoulder aim will give you huge perks in certain situations, such as when an aggressive player or squad is pushing you when you are standing behind a cover. Yes, you can side peek and fire, but you will be at huge risk if you peek and fire. Look how my head is exposed over my hand even if I pixel peek, but look how in shoulder aim you can clearly fire your enemy without exposing crucial body parts such as head and torso. If your enemy wants to fire back at you while you can fire at him like this, he has to fire 7 to 8 bullets on your pixel size exposed limbs to take you down, while you can easily shoot him in torso or head. This will come in handy when an aggressive player with very good reflexes pushes you. You can use TPP as well when an aggressive player pushes you, but it is harder to move your character only a little left or right in TPP because of high movement speed, so you will be at risk of overexposing yourself when you try to shoot him or shooting large number of bullets in cover while strafing left and right behind cover. Look at this clip. While in TPP I have to rotate this much to see the pushing enemy, and if I wanted to peek and shoot him, look how far away my radical is from the enemy, so I have to reposition the radical on enemy. This is called radical offsetting distance, but look how in shoulder aim my radical lies always close to the target, so if I peek and open scope, the radical offsetting distance is very low or even zero sometimes, so most of the time you don't have to reposition your radical if you go into shoulder aim before opening scope. And especially for peeking your left side, going into shoulder mode will reduce the radical offsetting distance, while in TPP mode radical offsetting distance of left peek is so high. So it's best to combine shoulder aim and left peek when you are holding a left side cover. So far we have seen how it is possible to hold best angle without exposing yourself that much due to shoulder camera angle and reduced movement speed. The increased FOV of shoulder aim also gives you an advantage. Look at this clip. I am holding best angle and the enemy is coming toward my side. This is the first frame I see him while holding best angle, but my enemy can't see me. Look how he keep on moving my side, and here he can see a few pixels of my hand, but I can shoot him easily at this point. He sees my right hand completely, but I can easily headshot him at this point. Let's check how earlier we can see him before he enters into our best angle by calculating the number of frames taken by our enemy to first appear and cover the distance to the point where we can shoot him without exposing torso. By calculating, it takes 12 to 15 frames if he moves sideways. This is 60 FPS video, so the time between each frame is 16.66 milliseconds, so in total we can see him 200 milliseconds on average before he can see us. An average human reaction time for visual stimuli is 200 to 300 milliseconds, and by using shoulder aim we can see our enemy 200 milliseconds before he will come in contact with our crosshair. So we can pre-fire him easily if he tries to enter into our best angle we are holding on. And for our enemy it will look like we reacted at superhuman reaction speed like 20 to 70 milliseconds. If our enemy sprints toward our side it takes 8 to 9 frames, which is 149 milliseconds time advantage we are having to pre-fire at him. If he sprint jiggle left and right, then you have to move your character according to his movements to keep you best angle and your body least exposed as possible. This all characteristics of shoulder aim can bring us alive out of many tough situations, but we have to create muscle memory to use this feature often by practicing in arena mode. At beginning you may feel like you are playing super defensive, but once you start using this often you can notice how it helps you to send even very aggressive squad to lobby easily. That's all I got in this video. See you in next similar kind of video. Subscribe and share for more videos like this.